going to focus my talk today on children born to parents who are not married to each other at the time of the birth. So the first thing that needs to happen is that paternity has to be established. And in Ohio, if you sign the birth certificate, you're actually signing an acknowledgement of paternity. And in that situation, that is a final legal determining factor. And so once you're on the birth certificate, you don't need to prove anything else legally. But if you're not on the birth certificate and you didn't get put on it at birth or at some time afterwards, you have to establish paternity first before you can deal with getting visitation. And the easiest way to do that is to go through your local child support enforcement agency. The CSEAs are in every county in Ohio, and one of their jobs is to establish paternity. And so they can schedule and set up genetic testing, which is relatively inexpensive. It sounds expensive, but it's not. It's usually well under $200 in total. And the child support agency generally fronts that money. Most of the time that is covered by them. Sometimes that cost does get passed on to the parties, but cost should not be a prohibiting factor to getting paternity established. My advice as somebody who has worked previously in a child support agency is that if you're not on the birth certificate, you should request the genetic testing, because you really only have that sort of one opportunity. Once you sign that birth certificate or waive that right to genetic testing, it's very hard to go back and request it again. And so I recommend that you do that and cover that. And that testing is completed in a relatively short period of time, generally under a month.